Alright, today we got a nice little stack. Some stuff that we already talked about on Crimson Cowl Comic Club. I'm just going to give a mention about in here. So you can go to Crimson Cowl Comic Club to get the full review of the items that I'm going to give a shout out to. Because they're pretty important to some stuff that I'm going to be reading in the near future. So I wanted to give those shout outs. Oh yeah, started out, wife's seen this at a comic shop this weekend. And I did not have it. I'm really surprised I didn't. I don't know why I didn't order it unless it is on my list and it's coming eventually or something. Who knows? That does happen. But we got Marvel Meow. Fun. Another one of those things where you really don't have many words throughout the storyline. Uh, we get a lot of pretty much every one of the Marvel characters, and this has the manga uh, flow to it because now Fuji was the writer and artist of this book, which I was surprised. I expected when I seen uh, this that it would be a collaboration of a bunch of different creators, but yeah, now Fuji that did this, and so you get that manga feel from it, and it's awesome because almost every Marvel character that we love has a critter in this storyline, one way, shape, or form. And we got Chewie, of course, Captain Marvel's Flurkin. We got Leho, which is Black Widow's cat. We got Alpine, which is the Winter Soldier's cat. We got Lupin, Raffles, Simon, and Irene, which are all Black Cat's cats. Uh, Thori, the Hellhound. Lockjaw, Miss Marvel's dog. Bats, Doctor Strange's ghost dog. Now Lockjaw is Miss Marvel's dog now? I thought he was part of the, what you call it, Elemental Immortal Black Bolt's dog, I figured. I'm wondering how that happened. I don't know. I might have missed something. Bats. I love bats. He doesn't make a big appearance in here, but pops up a little bit here and there. We got Jurgle or Jiggle, Trigul, Trjegul, which is Freyha's chariot cat. We got Psy Cat, which is Mr. Sinister's cat, which is a scary skinless cat. We got Loki, which is not really a cat, but yeah, Loki's a little shit here as always. We got Lucifer, Oliver, and Figuaro, which are Rogue and Gambit's cats. But yeah, there's other critters in here too that we see. Tippy Toe makes an appearance. Jeff the Land Shark's in here. A couple dogs I never seen before and stuff that I'm curious if we'll see them with those characters in the future. But these are just so well done, man. It's just basically cats being cats, animals being animals, trying to get attention or trying to do something and not being accepted for what they're doing, and so they gotta overexpress themselves to try and get their masters to notice what they're doing and stuff. I love this because you get a bunch of the different characters. You get Tippy Toe Loki, Jeff the Land Shark, the Pterodactyl dude. I can't think of his name. Devil Dinosaur. I don't know who the robot dino is. Get Fin Fang Foom and Squirrel Girl there. And just all the critters chasing each other. It's like Tippy Toe is being chased by Chewie, who's being chased by Loki, who's being chased by Jeff the Land Shark. And the pterodactyl jumps in there. It's just, yeah. These were a lot of fun. I was really glad Shelly seen this and grabbed this because I would have thought that I had it. But a bunch of little stories, very few words, reads just as slow as if there were a bunch of words because the images themselves, you're having so much fun trying to figure out the storyline and stuff. But yeah, that was a A plus 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 there. A lot of these were really fun this week. This is one that I mentioned on Crimson Cowl Comic Club. I just want to give a shout out to people of the 80s, 90s Global Force, Biker Mice from Mars, Sectars, Warriors of Symbion, Power Lords, and the Great Garlu. This book catches you up with all those with a fun story that's basically got the Great Garlu, and he's basically trying to get to his planet. A bunch of stuff happens. You find out more about the history of everything that happens by checking out Crimson Cowl Comic Club. But I wanted to give this a shout out because I will be following a lot of these storylines. Definitely Garlu and Biker Mice from Mars. And then we'll see about the other three. See what the first issues have to offer. And we'll go from there. But yeah, check out that full review on Crimson Cowl Comic Club. And we got this freebie was at the comic shop this weekend, so I grabbed it. Planet of the Apes. Not a fan of Planet of the Apes. But if you haven't really caught the newer movies and newer storylines, this is a great way for you to get caught up. I mean, it takes you through the history, the start of the virus, what happened on the bridge, what happens later on in the battles with the great apes and the chimpanzees and the humans battling each other, the bad human faction that's trying to take out pretty much humans and apes, gorillas. Uh, yeah, it's if you're into Planet of the Apes, you'll really enjoy these. I don't. I never got into Planet of the Apes myself. Never a fan. Even back in my childhood days when I watched the original movies, they didn't really pull me in. It was fun to watch. It was a nice, unique, scary end of the world thing to stick in a kid's head. So that was a good thing back then. But because I liked all the weird horror and stuff when I was young. But I just, for some reason, never really enjoyed the Planet of the Apes. I picked up a 2-pack that had number 3 and number 4 of Sharky, which I already have number 1, 2, and 3, multiple covers and stuff like that. Never got to finish the storyline. It had issue 4 in there. I was very happy it did because we got to finalize the story, which I have not read in a while, so I don't remember much of it. I just remember Sharky being like Shazam, but more of a biker style Shazam, and all the evil that he was dealing with along the way that was attacking him. He was learning about his powers and all that stuff, but he gets beat up pretty good in this one and then ends up in a dumpster, and then all of a sudden all these characters pop up, which is awesome. We got Madman, we got Milk and Cheese, we got Savage Dragon, Vampirella, and there's this carrot carrot top, no, the flaming carrot. Carrot Top's the comedian. But yeah, you get a bunch of characters that we love from a variety of different worlds that just happen to pop up in here and do some stuff. Join in on the battle, and it's it's cool seeing Madman in here. Stuff that was a big surprise, and I always like Milk and Cheese. Vampirella, did not expect her to be crossing over with these characters. I don't know who these two little kids are, but they're they're something. They make a few appearances and have some main storylines in here. So, but I love how I always liked in these books, and sometimes in the Savage Dragons offshoots and stuff like that, you'll get the story, and then all of a sudden it'll go to an art style page for a fight scene, and I just love how they do that because it's like a perfect poster style page. Whenever I see those, and they're just look so cool laid out like that compared to the standard storyline that you're reading. Just gives you that pop at that point of the battle. But yeah, definitely happy I picked that up, and now I'm gonna have to see if I can find anything else about this Sharky character. Uh, Also on Crimson Cowl Comic Club, we did a group review of Tales from the North that David Gloyd and David Gloyd II worked on. Friends of the podcast, and basically David Gloyd started our Crimson Cowl Comic Club up through his comic shop where we used to hang out. I came in late to the party, but sadly, not long after that, the shop shut down just before COVID. But yeah, if you bought a book, it came with an original sketch. You had that little Santa style one, which the wife liked, so got that. And then it's a medieval style story of a group of characters that are going after this witch hunter style character, and they're gonna try and find this gold that or riches that are around the lore of the character. So they're hunting it down. I like that they do this black, white, and blood style blood splatter highlighting with the black and white artwork. And then if you want to get your own copy, you want to find out more about it, there's free short comics and stuff that you can check out that are also from this storyline on their website. So go to crimsoncowl.com and get all the information right there. And that way you can get your own uh, copy and get some free online web comics to read yourself. But on full review by a variety of people, check out the latest episode of Crimson Cowl Comic Club when it comes out. It would be episode 300 has these in there. It might after this comes out, but not sure if I'll get this out before a couple other podcasts or not. And the final thing I got Werewolves on the Moon versus Vampires. It's a 3-issue run. I picked this up. I believe this would have been. This is from Dark Horse Comics. I believe it would have been from last year's free comic book day, possibly, because it would have been a part of the packs that I bought that were complete runs of storylines. But yeah, your standard artwork, nice, fun imagery, a fun, goofy story. Uh, we basically have humans on the moon at their moon base. They don't know they don't know nothing about any werewolves or vampires or anything like that. But then a ship comes to the base from Earth, and it just happens to have werewolves on it. The werewolves just happen to have scratched, bitten, attacked a bunch of the people on the ship, turn them into werewolves. So when they get to the moon base, there's just a ton of werewolves on it. So they lock them in the airlock and don't want to let them into the main part of the human environment yet. So they sat there and did that. And at the same time that was happening, some vampires are breaking into the moon base. And when they do, the werewolves and vampires clash and battle. And then the humans and the werewolves combine forces and try and go after the rest of the vampires. We end up finding that there's a rolling castle on the moon full of vampires. Yeah, it was very fun, silly, goofy storyline. I really liked it. It ends with a very interesting character appearing. So I hope this went on beyond these. I definitely want to find out more about this, what happened with the whole storyline, if they stayed together and worked it all out, and what all happened with the vampires and everything. But you got Dave Land and the Philback brothers and Dan Jackson, it looks like, on this run. So, not sure, don't recognize those names. But if there's more of this stuff out there, I will gladly take it and read it. So, fun little pile for today. Uh, Check out Crimson Cowl Comic Club so you can see those reviews and more. See what else we talk about. And we had a creator planned for our 300th episode, but with C2E2 and everybody being so busy, they could not make it. So we'll hopefully have them in the near future. But keep an eye out. We have other great creator interviews and the Crimson Cowl Comic Club. And keep following under the Call of MS. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend. If you like these shows and stuff, uh, well, I'm going to mention that later this week when I do my podcast. I'm going to give some more shout outs. But yeah, this is a fun stack. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you come back for more. I will try my damnedest to keep reading my ass off, trying to get some more drawings done, and hopefully get Instagrams, get some signs put back on my Instagram again. I got some things I'm working on, but it's all rough sketches. I don't really want to show that. So keep an eye out, ear out, and we'll be back.